Hey guys, it's Mike here on another episode or show for Julie Flynn Strong. Hope you've been here before. Hope you've liked our channel and might share it with one or two people that can relate. I have no idea if I can offer any advice or hope or inspiration. All I know is I'm a dad of 3 boys who I love and adore. I'm going through a lot, and this is just very cathartic, and it helps me get stuff off my chest. I'm by no means perfect, so sometimes I definitely try to be very positive. My wife, Julie, passed away in March of 2024, and we dealt with a lot of that before she passed, but for her to die in March or even April or May of 2024 was a total shock. We were not prepared for that at all. And so I did take quite a little bit of time, that first 3 to 5 months, to kind of grieve and get over some stuff. But you don't get over, you just move forward, right? And she wanted me to find love and a best friend, someone to marry, someone to be passionate about, and someone to stick up for and to help, and vice versa. Have my back, give me some support, a true partnership. So anyway, as some of you know, I've been dealing with a recent heartbreak, a relationship. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm at a loss, folks. It wasn't very long. To me, it was. To me, a week felt like a week on the phone with this individual, this woman, amazing woman of God, beautiful values, looked amazing, like stunning, beautiful family. She's a mom of 4. 2 big boys are on their own and whatnot. They're young men, and then her 2 youngest are at home, and they're adorable. I was really growing to care for them and love them as a stepdad figure type. Not yet, but headed that direction. And as I'd mentioned in other videos, we talked about marriage for next summer. It wasn't a definite deal by any stretch, but it was pretty serious. It was very serious. So serious that an engagement was going to be impending soon, like September, maybe October, with a June dateline. So anyway, like I said, great woman. So, but she's got concerns, and I get it, and hopes and fears, and she'd been through a lot in a previous marriage, and so I think it just came to a head for her where I just don't know if I want marriage. And this guy is hardcore looking for that. And I think she thought she was as well. I really do. I never question her motives. None. Never. No. I do question the genuine reasoning to break up for the second time. This was not the first time. But to some degree, I think when you're grieving a loss of a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a fiance or even a divorce, when it hits you out of the blue, and sometimes it's written on the wall and you have a discussion a couple times or get mediation or whatever, but I'm talking about when your life is turned upside down, you don't have anyone else in your corner of that level, right? The intimacy of a girlfriend or a future spouse, that intimacy that friendship is huge. That touchstone, okay, that rock, that safe harbor, that's one of the terms we used. I need that too. I need that as well. I can't just be a safe harbor for someone else. I need that as well. And as some of you know, my right eye, which looks like the left, I think, for you folks watching this video, has been compromised, and it's about 10% eyesight, maybe 15. I can see the screen, I can see the buttons, but I'm not very clear. That's going to be corrected and worked on as well. Hope to get that bad eye up to driving caliber, right? It might not, but that's the hope. The good eye, this eye recently came down with cataracts, type 2 diabetic issues, and so I decided to stop driving because it was getting sketchy. And she knew this, but I think the weight of that, plus not knowing if she's 100% sure, like, I think depending on the day, yes, I want to get married. Yes, you're my best friend. I love you. Those things haven't changed for her, which is great. But still, there's this nagging, I call it over-processing. I think sometimes we do over-process and we self-sabotage, but whether that's accurate or not, that's not fair for me to say, to be honest. It's easy for me to say because I'm hurting, but that's irrelevant as well. She's got to look out for her needs and her wants and her desires, and if she doesn't know what they are, then I don't get it, but I kind of understand why. I don't get it. Families were getting to know each other, which neither one of us do. We don't introduce them to the significant other ever, to protect the kids. And so that's been really hard this week. I might have a really depressed morning, and then in the afternoon, through some prayer and meditation and devotion, and have some uplifted spiritual moments that helps me get through the day, which is great. And if you've been praying for me, please keep it up. I don't want someone to harden my heart. I'm not praying for that prayer, because this individual I'll always love. Flat out. Just will. But just pray for healing. That's all. That is not all doom and gloom, and just pray for whoever may be next to my life, because I'm losing a lot of faith in women, in trusting what they tell you. And again, that's not fair either, but that's how I feel. And yes, I've said before, feelings are fickle and they're not something you can depend on, but you do have to pay attention, of course. Mental health. I used to laugh at it 10 years ago. It is a thing. It's a bugger. So again, no ill will, of course. And my prayers are for this person and her family and her parents, her dad who's recovering from a long-term hospital stay. He's always in my prayers. I've never got to meet this man, which is one of my greatest, not regrets, because it's not my fault. I would have loved to have met him. And I don't know. I'd like to think we would have gotten along well, but who knows? And her siblings, her sister, of course, would have been awesome. So in dealing with this, why am I bringing this up again? I'm not trying to whine. I'm not trying to complain. I had a really rough day yesterday and today. Today's Wednesday, by the way, August 13th. Lucky 13. And speaking to that, I've learned that moods do come and go, and you have to take those captive. So I had to get into prayer again. I had to have some quiet time here at the house, and I surrounded myself on the phone with a couple friends that truly love me and care for me and pray for me, and have known me for at least a year with one friend, and the other friends have known me for about 20 years, my old pastors from Saginaw. Their names are Ken and Judy, so if you guys ever see this, I love you. You have no idea how much I need your support. You guys have been awesome, and I am feeling a lot better, by the way. We spoke today, and she's going through a lot too, with similar eye issues. So when I'm going through the eye problem, I've been dealing with this cataract and getting a laser treatment last week. I go again on Tuesday the 19th. Prayers that it's effective, and I put on my big boy pants and get through it, because for me, folks, an eye exam, a basic eye exam, is excruciating because I have Irish eyes and I'm very sensitive to light. I know it sounds weird, but it is. It's the truth. I can see my TV vaguely. I can message on my phone barely. It's a trick. I can't play certain games on my phone because I can't read the questions unless it's got a dark theme. Then I could read those. So my life is just, in the last, 10 or 12 days, been flipped upside down, and it's so surreal and it's heartbreaking. So that in its own thing, I'm grieving that. Because there's no assurance as to how much these eyes will come back. That's the prayer that they do, and they come back like gangbusters, like just amazing. And it might take 2 more weeks, and it might take 2 more months, and you know what? It might take a year. but I'll do what I have to do. So I'm asking for blessings from the Lord for that. I really am. And so not to have that person to rub your back, give you a text in the morning at 7 or 8 a.m. to say, hey, babe, I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you. And not on a friendship level, that intimate level, that teammate, that one person that wants to kiss you and hug you and looks forward to your calls. That's what I'm longing for, because that's what I'm used to this last 3-4 months. Almost 5 months, actually. So that's hard. And then that brings up the grieving of your wife, because what else do you have to do? It's just a reminder of last year's pain. So it's like triple pronged here. You got the reminder of who you've lost in your wife, your best friend, and how it was awesome. Not perfect at all. Ask my late wife, Julie. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding. It was work. It was work. But there's a couple weeks here and there, definitely a handful of days where the love might have been either not there for her or it was subsided, but we always came back to each other, and that was beautiful. That was great. And same with me. There's times where she drove me nuts because we were fairly different. But I'd pray about it, and God would soften my heart, and we'd always come back to each other, and we'd laugh, and we'd have a little Bible study or whatever. We'd pray for 10 minutes. And so to not have that kind of person in your corner is a gut punch that I don't want anyone to go through. So for example, you've been served papers for divorce. I can't imagine that pain. Guy or girl out there watching this, I really can't imagine the pain. And I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for the brokenhearted. I'm going to pray tonight, and maybe for the rest of this month of August. Lord, be with those who are brokenhearted, who don't have focus in their life, who need that direction from you. Help people come to a peace and understanding of their life, their responsibilities, their job, their worship, all of it, because mental health is just so crucial. It just is. So I'm going to remember the good times. Bronner's, Frankenmuth, Michigan, home of Christmastown. We went to Bronner's recently, 3-4 weeks ago. My kids and my previous girlfriend's kids. And it wasn't a big deal. We weren't there for hours. We just looked around, and it was a nice day. But now for me, going back to Bronner's is going to hurt. But I'm not going to let it destroy my day. I'm not going to let it ruin me. That's not cool. I don't have that kind of weakness. I don't suffer from that. But I am very sentimental, nostalgic, and I am sensitive. So the sooner we get back to there, buy a couple little ornaments, buy a couple little treats, I think it will be okay. But instead of, oh, poor me, or oh my gosh, my life sucks, or oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm way too old for that. I used to be that guy. I used to be him in my 20s, early 20s. But I was a bit more ignorant then, a bit more naive, and a bit more sensitive. So my point is to remember the good times you had with your ex, even though you might be livid with your ex, or you might be really missing them and yearning for them. Try to focus on the good times and the times you did share, because you did share them. That's not going to change. Even an ex-husband or wife that you just cannot stand, instead of them making you jaded and kind of pissy, kind of like, pardon my French, but kind of crotchety, don't let them steal your joy, man. Don't let them steal your future. Those who have been through a lot and are like, I'm not getting married ever again. I'm sick of whoever, men or women, whatever. That might be a time you're going through that season, but don't rule out love. Don't rule out that friendship that might be needed by you down the road. And I don't just mean friendship, you know what I mean? Intimacy. A dear friend who's got you, who can wink at you and level you with their eyes, or their voice, or their cheesy Scottish accent that sounds absolutely horrible. But you, that person, for whatever reason, might think it's adorable and amazing. So let's focus on the positive in the depths of our despair. Let's not live there. Let's mourn, let's grieve, let's grow, get in devotionals, look up a Bible app. I really strongly encourage folks to do that if you can. Seriously, I know it sounds corny. And then my boys watching this, if you go through heartbreak, if you go through disappointment, if you've burnt somebody, I hope you haven't, but if you have, you're human, and I'm hoping you can repent from that and change and do the appropriate changing that's needed. But seriously, pray. And then pray some more. And then take a couple hours to watch TV, go for a walk. Go do something, and then pray some more if need be. Do what you've got to do, because your mental health has got to be the focal point of your life when you're going through it. And I've been going through it since well before my wife passed, and I'm exhausted. And now I'm terrified because I'm lonely. I'm just being real with you. If I'd done this video 4 hours ago, I was a hot mess. I don't want you to see that. Maybe that's my ego. I hope it's not. But it was rough. But I got through it. Can you hear that? That's our local. That's our delivery system. I'm kidding. It's a bit close and it's a bit annoying, so I apologize for the train right there. But so we switched Graden's school to be zoned, so he's not going to school of choice like he was going to last week, which broke my heart because I don't want him going to the school that he's zoned for. I just don't. His mother would not want him there. But we signed him up. He's got his classes. We're going to get an email. I think we already got the email for that schedule, so I'm going to check that. But he's got a great attitude. He's not worried about it. My boys have been amazing without me asking. Like, they just, one of them, not going to say who, because I like their privacy, and they do too sometimes. One of them came up to me and gave me a hug today. Didn't even ask. He's like, hey, I need a hug. I'm like, you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm a little bummed. And he was kind of sad, and I was shocked. He told me this. And I said, any specific reason? Do I know why? He goes, yeah, you know why. One, I'm missing mom a little bit, but not even so much that. I'm just, I'm missing you-know-who. I was looking, not so much missing them because we just saw them like a week and a half ago, but hoping in the next 2 to 4 weeks we might see them again, hang out, that kind of thing. And when you see your kid in that moment, it's just precious to share that. So I'm going to leave you. I'm going to get going here. Graden is making his brother some pizza, which is awesome. I've been fasting since, so I did a 48-hour fast where I had zero food, as of Sunday at 4, or was it 3? I think it was 3 on Sunday. And then I didn't eat till Tuesday at like 5 p.m. So I fasted for actually a 50-hour fast, which is great for me because it does so much for my system. My blood pressure hasn't been brutal the last several months, but it's not been great with my meds. And last 3 days it's been amazing. Like 120 over 65-ish. And then my sugar has been like 90. What did I say the other day? I think I told you folks. I hope I remember my own content. I think it was like 98, which is amazing. Anything under 150 for me is phenomenal, even though 150 is high. The doctors would tell you, for me, anything under 200 is great. So anyway, it just goes to show when you're fasting and your body purifies itself, and that's what I'm going through, the detox, which is not fun. It hurts the body. So why would you do this to yourself, Mike? You're going through a breakup. Your wife just died a year and a half ago, and you're doing well. You're healing, but still, that's not easy. I think when I'm going through this is the time to do that. This is the time to push your body to those limits where it kind of hurts. Stomach hurts a little bit, but it's not nearly as bloated. It's a bit leaner. I haven't lost any weight yet, but again, it's only been 3 days. So I'm going to try to give myself grace there. But yeah, the blood pressure and the sugar, that alone is reason to do what I'm doing. And tonight I had some carrots and some French onion dip. And I'm going to have a cheese snack later with maybe 1 or 2 eggs and count myself happy and blessed. I don't mind that kind of food at all. So getting used to that as a regular routine though, and change up the meat, salmon, steaks, change it all up, of course. It's hard on a budget like we're on. So that's the big struggle. But a last note, Grant my oldest, had his first official job interview today at a very big fast food restaurant. And I don't want to mention it for a reason, but you could all imagine which one it is with the clown. And I'm hoping he gets that because he has goals and he wants to save up for some stuff, and he's a hard worker. So I'm excited for him. I'm happy. I'm proud of him. And he's been driving us all over everywhere last 2 weeks. So very proud of him. And if he sees this, Grant, Daddy is very proud of you and I love you. And you've known that since the day you were born. You just might not know it. I used to talk to you and sing to you guys when you're in your mama's womb. So very proud of you, big boy. And the other two, you steal Dad's heart every day. You just do. And I love you. So that's the message for Wednesday. I don't know when I'll film again. It might be another boring episode here with the Flynn family. But this is who we are. And we're men of faith, and that's what gets us through. And we don't just say it as some cliche. It's the truth. It's who we are. It's what we're founded upon. Dad's by no means perfect. I got things I got to watch and learn and grow and repair. So everyone out there will be praying for you, and leave a positive, loving comment if you're willing to. That'd be great. My boys read these comments, and we need a lot of prayer right now for a lot of physical, for my eyes, that they come back in weeks, not months. I'm praying to be able to enjoy Halloween and see pretty much everyone. My eyes don't have to be an A++, but an A- or a B+ would be great. I want to drive with no strain. I want to drive and if that's all I get, that 20/40 legal vision back, I'm nowhere near that, but if I can get that back, again, 10 days from now, 3 weeks from now, 6 weeks, not 10 months, I hope. Because my life's not over yet, and I want to be attractive to somebody. And that's hard to do when you can't even drive. So that's just the facts. And that's terrifying. So we're going to focus on what God says about us in the Bible. We're fearfully and wonderfully made, and so are you. He died for you. He loves you. He knows what you're going through more than you could even begin to imagine your own self. So stay rooted in that, okay? And we love you and wish you the best. And we'll talk to you here on the Julie Flynn Strong show channel soon, okay? Bye, guys.